Good morning. Well, we think it's morning. We think somewhere...
We had the last night of the tent last night. It was so sad.
Well, we're hoping it was the last night in the tent. Because if we can't get a replacement in Portland, we're stuck with it. Wide open and leaky floor or not. So this is where we camped last night. Forest Road 660.
We weren't that far from it.
No, we weren't. As you can see, other people in the past have had the same idea.
Oh, what nice. You meant to go up there, unlike us. Didn't want to get off.
No, this...
It was a hard day yesterday.
It was a hard day.
I think we did 400 feet.
4,000?
Just over 4,000 elevation.
Yeah. There was a lot of ups and downs, and the ups were quite sustained ups. And well, for Oregon, sustained ups. It's a good way of reminding us what hiking is actually supposed to be like again.
And we set up, cooked dinner. It was quite dark. We were using our headlights to eat.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it's a bit worrying because we need to up our, or keep this level of mileage up in Washington. But we kind of, the days are getting shorter and shorter, and getting quite rapidly shorter and shorter. So we'll have a bit of a fight on our hands. We have a beautiful cloud-free view. Except for there in the distance, I don't know whether you can see that. See the personal cloud over. Well, I'm kind of wondering whether that's Mountain Helm we can see, because it sure looks like a volcano that's blue at its top. There's a big cloud here. Cloudy. Circling Watum, I don't know how to pronounce it, lake. These funny fluffy clouds. Gatuk says we're on the moon. Wow, no wonder we feel like we're not getting anywhere. That's totally the wrong direction. Gatuk's unsurprisingly, because, you know, trees is... Yeah, I don't even have to say it, do I? I think it still has a low pass.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have us anywhere at the moment.
Oh no, it's not got us anywhere. We are definitely on the moon. We're back in the burn areas. I haven't had one of them for a while. I think, I might be wrong, but I think this is probably still part of the Eagle Creek fire. We're sitting on the trail contemplating life. Contemplating this 3,000 something foot drop we've got ahead of us now. We are here. And my knees are already aching. Not looking forward to this bit. On a completely different note, Gatuk has eaten Oregon again for the second time. It's a good thing there's only about 8 miles of it left. Let's see what I could show you what's going on there. This is what kind of happened.
It should be highlighted red.
Yeah.
And I should, because that's where I am.
Yeah.
Or where we are.
And
I should be able to go like that.
And it'll tell you, you know, the distance to where you are. Or even just the mileage of the trail. But all it says is, oh yeah, that's that place. It says the elevations. But because it doesn't know that you're looking at points on a trail anymore. It doesn't tell you the distances between them or the trail mile, obviously, because, you know, it doesn't know it's on a trail. BCT is only in here because it's on the actual topographic map that's being used. All the waypoints are still there, but this is the second time it's done it. It did that in Mazama, and we thought it was because we had interrupted an upload, an update.
And it's not like it's waiting to upload it. It says waiting for location.
Yeah.
But the last time it was like that for a week.
Yeah. This isn't even a GPS. You can't even say, oh, it's to do with the phone's GPS. No, this is the app corrupting for the second time in 200 miles.
Yeah.
But we didn't come here to swear. At Gatux we came to leave Oregon. Down this hill. I don't know whether you can see this. The apprentice pointed out. But that is water down there. And rather a lot of it. I don't think it comes out, but we think this is the Columbia River we can see already. In which case that thing is massive. Can you hear that? Not sure whether that's trains or boats, because yeah, we can get a better view on it now, and it is the river. And it is massive! There we go. I mean, bear in mind, as I said, we're about 7 miles of switchbacks away from this thing. Wow. It's big. It's big.
Bigger than me?
Only a little bit.
Oh, that's big.
These are flying heart attacks. They usually hide in the bushes until you walk past them, and then they come flying out right in front of you, giving you, as the name suggests, a heart attack. This is the first time I've seen one of them just sitting around. Yeah, it has moved its head, so it's not a stuffed one. Hello. You're very friendly. There we go. Oh, there was two! I never saw the second one. Probably about halfway down the drop now. Massive wind has come from nowhere. Well, we had hoped to make the post office in Cascade Locks, but a lot of the downhill is like this again. It's like being back in the lava rocks. Doesn't look that bad on camera, but try walking on it every step. Bend your ankle left, bend your ankle right, twist it all together, roll on a stick, roll on a stone. I don't think we're gonna make the post office. Cascade Locks. That right there is the Bridge of Gods. We don't really want to be here. Yeah, this is it. Not right now, sir. Oh, this is a little, I don't know. It's in the middle of a roundabout. It's a sort of parky thing. It's public toilets, I'm guessing. Bin, always welcome.
And hair dryer.
Hair dryer?
Oh, of course, for a hair dryer.
Oh, a hand dryer, you mean?
That's what we do.
The thing you...
It's been a long day.
There's the backdrop to Cascade Locks. And there's a place that sells pizza and beer. We're in.
We're on Tuesday.
Yeah. Guess what day of the week it is. So yeah, we weekend. We are in a room, in a hotel. We felt we deserved it. It's gonna be the last time on this trip because Washington doesn't offer that sort of things along. Yeah, not near the PCTs, and so we thought to treat ourselves one last time. Unfortunately, the treating does not include food because everything shuts at 7, except for one place which is too far away for our weary feet. So we're going to treat ourselves to some
good liquor.
good liquor, apparently. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dark room maybe.
Oh God. Regretting it already, and he hasn't even started buying. There we are. We have returned from the shop.
With beer and food.
With all the essential food groups. Ah, there we go. There we are. Yeah, dinner tonight is things you can shove in a microwave, because the room comes with a microwave. things that you can keep cold because it comes with a fridge. Ice cream and alcohol. What more do you want? And it comes with a dirty high hat.
Yeah.
I was saying before, it's not until you stand in a nice clean room that you realise just how filthy we are. I mean, it's just a holy show, but hey. Set off bright and early-ish from our little forest road campsite. Got to Indian Springs very, very quickly, and this is where the Eagle Creek alternate runs from, which is of course unfortunately at the moment not. It got badly damaged in the fire. Was it last year? No, the year before actually, 2017. And it has not been restored yet. Or, you know, they're working on it, but it's just, it's a lot of work. So sadly we can't do that this year. That's the one with the tunnel falls in it. Which is of course, I mean, spectacular stretch. But we stayed on the PCT because that's all that you can do at the moment. And hiked down to Waterm Lake, which is that strange little slingshotty thing that goes on there. I don't know why they're running the path like that, why they can't just go through. I'm sure there's a very good geographical reason, but you kind of sort of walk around that lake and then, yeah, you're pretty much waving at yourself over here. But yeah. And that's all, you know, that was all fairly... I mean, today, most of the day was just gentle undulating stuff. There was very little actual climbing anymore. So all of this was slightly uppish, slightly downish things until you sort of hit the Benson Plateau here. All of this is pretty much on a ridge, and then you start to drop down quite significantly. Here, where the zigzags start, this is where the really nasty downhill starts. I mean, nasty, it's just, it's hard on the old bones. Let's be putting it mildly. There we go. And yeah, and it's another one of those incredibly straightforward stretches because it goes all the way to over here, and then it comes all the way back again, and once again you're kind of waving at yourself. But these are really steep drops. I mean, really steep. So there is a good reason why they're sending it as this way. But it's not a nice pass. I'm not gonna lie. It's very rocky again, but you know, loose rock. I'm used to rocky from England. We have a lot of rocky paths. They hurt your feet a bit, but when you put your feet on the stones stay put. Here, everything moves all the time because it's all just little, you know, fist-sized sort of stones lying on sand. So they slip forward, sideways, backwards, tilt. It really makes for incredibly slow progress. We thought at one point we were going to get into Cascade Locks well before 5 o'clock when the post office closes. Then this downhill started, and we were like, I think we went to, yeah, it was here where we filled up with water, grabbed some water. We had lost about an hour between there and there of what we should have been doing in terms of speed, and that was a conservative estimate. By the time we got to here, it was nearly 4 o'clock, and we had set up here sometime, I think 1:30 or something. It was just ridiculous how slow we ended up being. It does flatten out after this, so the really steep downhill is only this bit, and the path gets more, you know, goable. So we did pick up some reasonable speed again, but it was too late for the post office, so that's no big deal. Dry Creek is pretty. A little bridge going over, and there's some falls at the top somewhere. And yeah, and we just carried on into Cascade Locks, where we got to, I think, around 6 o'clock in the end, something like that. Had a brief glimpse of the Bridge of Gods, and then sounded on the high street actually aiming for the campground and decided that with Washington being what it is, i.e. a lot of long resupply stretches and nowhere to stay, we were going to treat ourselves. Having a little rummage this morning, trying to figure out what's in our packs. And
the beers are not mine. I didn't drink them.
yeah. Brian's sipping coffee.
I need it. After them beers.
And this shall be our breakfast. A mostly melted pot of ice cream. Because, you know, when you're slum it properly.
Yeah. This is a vaudeville team. It's an hour out there.
Oh, right, yeah.
That provides 1/4 of the power for Portland. And then they have another dam on farther called the James River Dam. That provides the other.
Brilliant.
Yeah. You put it in the pocket?
Put them in my pocket, okay.
It smells brand new.
Oh, wow. Guess who's been driving us around to Portland today?
Yeah! It's been a great time.
Latest trail angel.
Yeah, a new tent and a new bag. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Medication's not working. Had a few beers.
Somewhere in all of this probably is the medication.
No, look, beers. Someone's been drinking beers.
This is why it is so hard to do a quick in and out in a town, because this is all stuff that now somehow needs to be sorted again. I mean, clearly, as you can tell from the time of day, we're not doing a quick in and out.
Yeah.
We're staying another night, but damn, it's depressing opening the door to all of this. We're not this untidy normally, but it's just, you know, having swapped out a backpack and doing the laundry and all this kind of
Got a
stuff.
new tent that hopefully won't leak.
Yeah, getting a new tent that we have not yet set up ever, so we're gonna have to have a reasonably early night tomorrow when we're hiking out, because we have to set this thing up in daylight for the first time, that's for sure. Yeah. What should we do? Tidy up or drink beer?
Both.
Oh, multitasking. My man.
Right. My hair. It's got Mountain Dew water. Available for my salons. Salons.
He hasn't had that much beer. That's just him being normal.
Yeah.